Hello everyone and welcome back to Alex English Studio, where English becomes practical, natural, and useful in real life. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Maya. Today's topic is something that many English learners think about every single day: how to improve your accent and pronunciation.
Have you ever experienced one of these situations? You know exactly what you want to say in English. You understand the grammar. You know the vocabulary. But when you speak, people ask you to repeat yourself. Or maybe you feel nervous because you're worried your accent is too strong. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Millions of English learners around the world face the same challenge.
I think many learners believe they need to sound exactly like a native speaker to speak good English.
That's one of the biggest myths about pronunciation. Here's an important truth. You do not need to sound American, British, Australian, or Canadian. You need to sound clear. You need to sound understandable. And you need to feel confident. A unique accent is not a problem. Unclear pronunciation is the real challenge. Today, we're going to learn how to improve pronunciation in a practical and achievable way. In this episode, we'll discuss the difference between accent and pronunciation, why clear pronunciation matters more than sounding native, common pronunciation mistakes learners make, how listening improves pronunciation, why stress, rhythm, and intonation matter, daily exercises to improve your accent naturally, how to build confidence while speaking. Before we begin, like this video, subscribe to Alex English Studio, turn on the notification bell,
and share this episode with someone who wants to speak English more clearly and confidently.
All right, Maya, let's start with an important question. What is the difference between an accent and pronunciation?
Many learners use these words interchangeably, but they actually mean different things. Pronunciation is how you produce sounds, words, and sentences. Accent is how your first language influences the way you speak another language.
So having an accent isn't a problem?
Not at all. Everyone has an accent. Even native English speakers have different accents. Someone from New York sounds different from someone from London. Someone from Sydney sounds different from someone from Toronto. Different doesn't mean wrong. The goal is not to erase your accent. The goal is to communicate clearly. Ask yourself, can people understand me easily? Do I need to repeat myself often? Can I express my ideas confidently? If the answer is yes, your pronunciation is working. Speaker A sounds almost native, but speaks too quickly and unclearly. Speaker B has a noticeable accent, but speaks clearly and confidently. Who is easier to understand? Most people choose Speaker B. That's why clarity is more important than perfection.
That takes away a lot of pressure.
Exactly. When learners stop chasing perfection, they usually improve faster.
Let's talk about common mistakes that affect communication. The first mistake is focusing only on individual words. English isn't spoken word by word. It's spoken in connected phrases.
That's true. Sometimes I can pronounce a word correctly by itself, but I struggle when I use it in a sentence.
That's completely normal. Let's look at some common problems. Problem 1, adding extra sounds. Some learners add extra vowel sounds before certain words. For example, school, school, speak, speak, street, street. Problem 2, dropping final sounds. Many learners don't pronounce the final consonant clearly. For example, next, next, were, work, friend, friend. Final sounds carry important meaning. For example, rice, rise, bat, bad. Small differences matter. Problem 3, confusing similar sounds. Examples, ship, sheep, live, leave, think, sink, fan, van. One small sound can completely change meaning. Imagine saying, I live on a sheep, instead of, I live on a ship. Pronunciation matters because it affects communication.
That's a funny example, but it shows how important pronunciation really is.
Exactly. Pronunciation isn't about sounding impressive. It's about being understood.
Many learners focus only on speaking, but pronunciation actually begins with listening. If you can't hear a sound clearly, producing it becomes difficult.
So listening is part of pronunciation practice?
Absolutely. Your ears train your mouth. Active listening versus passive listening. Passive listening means hearing English in the background. Active listening means paying attention to sounds, stress, rhythm, and intonation. Shadowing demonstration. Listen to this sentence. I'd love to help you. Now repeat it exactly. Notice the speed, the rhythm, the tone, the connected sounds. Repeat again. This technique is called shadowing. It's one of the fastest ways to improve pronunciation. Daily listening sources. Listen to podcasts, interviews, audiobooks, TV shows, YouTube videos. Even 15 minutes a day can make a big difference.
Now let's talk about a powerful pronunciation tool, word stress. English words have strong and weak syllables. If you stress the wrong syllable, people may not understand you. Examples: photography, photography, photographer, photographer, photographic, photographic.
I never noticed how much the stress changes.
Many learners focus only on spelling, but pronunciation depends heavily on stress. More examples: present, a gift; present, to show something; record, a noun; record, a verb. Stress changes meaning. Practical tip: whenever you learn a new word, learn 3 things: meaning, pronunciation, and stress pattern.
Think of English as music. Every sentence has a rhythm. Every sentence has a melody. This melody is called intonation.
Can intonation change meaning?
Absolutely. Let's use one word. Really? Depending on your tone, it can express surprise, doubt, excitement, or disappointment. Same word, different meaning. Natural English rhythm. English is a stress-timed language. Important words receive more emphasis. For example, I need to finish my work today. The important words stand out. The smaller words become softer and faster. Practice activity. Repeat after me. I'd love to go to the movies tonight. Focus on the stressed words. This creates natural rhythm. Let's discuss simple exercises you can do every day. You don't need expensive courses. You just need consistency. Exercise 1. Read aloud. Spend 5 minutes reading aloud. Focus on clear sounds, word stress, intonation, rhythm. Exercise 2. Record yourself. Choose one topic. Speak for 1 minute, then listen to your recording. Ask yourself, was I clear? Which words were difficult? Did I speak too quickly? Exercise 3. Shadowing. Choose a short clip. Listen, pause, repeat immediately. Copy speed, pronunciation, rhythm, intonation. Exercise 4. Minimal pair practice. Practice similar sounds. Examples: ship, sheep; bit, beat; fan, van; think, sink. Exercise 5. Slow down. Many learners speak too quickly because they feel nervous. Speaking slightly slower improves clarity, confidence, pronunciation accuracy.
I love that these exercises are simple enough to practice every day.
Exactly. 10 minutes every day is more effective than 1 hour once a week. Let's talk about confidence. Many learners feel embarrassed about their accent, but your accent tells the story of your language journey. It reflects your background, culture, and experiences. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, having an accent is normal?
Completely normal. The goal isn't to hide your identity. The goal is to communicate effectively. Mindset shifts. Instead of saying, my accent is bad, say, my pronunciation is improving. Instead of saying, I don't sound native, say, I speak clearly and confidently. Instead of saying, people will judge me, say, people want to understand me. Remember this: confidence improves pronunciation, and better pronunciation increases confidence. They grow together. Let's summarize today's lesson. To improve your accent and pronunciation, focus on clarity, not perfection. Train your ears through active listening. Practice word stress, improve rhythm and intonation. Record yourself regularly. Use shadowing exercises. Practice every day.
This episode helped me realize that pronunciation is a skill anyone can improve.
Exactly.
You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You need to sound clear, natural, and confident. Remember, small improvements practiced daily create big results over time. Do you? If this episode helped you, like this video, subscribe to Alex English Studio, turn on notifications, share this episode with someone who wants to improve their pronunciation. Comment below, which English sound or pronunciation challenge is most difficult for you? In our next episode, we'll talk about how to think fast in English conversations. Until then, keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, clear pronunciation creates confident communication.